We're here with head baseball coach Jason Burke. 5-game winning streak now after a tight win here in Anderson. If you don't mind just going through your thoughts. I guess first, top of the ninth, Will McClellan throws out a runner at second. If you don't mind just first touching on how important that was for the inning.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge. I mean, obviously Bowen goes out there and, he looks good to start the outing, and, they end up grinding out a really good at-bat and getting a runner on. They pitch run for him, but the guy who pitch runs a lot. Will throwing him out to get that second out and kind of settle Bowen in there after that grinded out walk by their hitter. I thought was huge. I thought it was huge. Like you said, a very, very tough Anderson team right there. I believe they were 500 exactly coming into the game. And obviously they wanted to get a win going into the postseason and get some momentum. And just a really good game. Just a really good game.
Obviously, runs came at a premium. If you don't mind just kind of touching base on the pitching staff, Michael Nastro came out through a real solid 4 innings, and then the bullpen, they came out and did their job really well, held things together. You had Anson Merrick, obviously Bowen at the very end, Garrett Major, Bennett Sloper, all just putting together a shutdown performance.
Yeah, I mean, our pitching's been really good the last few weeks. I think the last 3 weeks or so we've been, the best we've been all year. I thought Nastro went out there and competed. I didn't think, Nastro threw as many strikes as he wanted to, and they grinded him out to have really long innings. I mean, he was at 80 pitches through 4 innings. Then we go to Anson. And Anson does enough. I didn't think he was quite as sharp as he was last time out. And man, Garrett Major was phenomenal. He was phenomenal tonight. Hadn't pitched in a while. We wanted to get him in there because we know we're going to need him down the stretch. And then we go to Sloper and Bowen. Both those guys throwing really, really hard. Trying to make these dudes hit some velocity after Major, who obviously does not throw very hard. But man, what a great job by Mage to bridge that gap to get to those two at the end of the game.
Obviously, winning by a run. All the runs coming in the 3rd inning. Chris Manriquez having a 2 RBI single. Oliver Zone having another multi-hit game. I think he had half of the hits, 3, and then Gary Garrett put together a 2-hit night as well, if you don't mind just kind of touching on how important it was to really rally in that inning.
Yeah, I mean, that inning was huge for us. Obviously, it was all the runs we scored. But, you had your middle of the order up, and if I remember correctly, Droz and Martino did not get hits in that inning. So Chris, came up big for the team. Those 2 guys have been huge for us this year. They've been great power hitters in the middle of our order and driven in a ton of runs. And, this time it was Chris. He picked them up, which was phenomenal with that 2 RBI single. Then he advances to second on the throw, just some heads-up base running. Zone, he's been great. I mean, obviously the PBC Player of the Week. And then Gary, like we talked about Sunday, hit 500 last week. Comes out with 2 more hits, draws a walk, has 2 stolen bases in the game. To have them bookend our lineup in 1 and 9 is really special.
Thank you very much, Coach. Obviously, still a lot to do this week. You got USC Aiken, who's fighting for that #1 seed right now, so it should pose to be a very tough end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be a quality opponent. I mean, they've got some good statistical categories that they're good in. They steal a lot of bases. They pitch it extremely well. They don't give up a lot of free 90s. We're going to have to prepare the next 2 days very hard and be ready to go for them.